Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Happy Monday and Martin Luther King Day to you. We're taking a look here, of course, at Bitcoin, just seeing what's going on with the hourly time frame and, of course, the 4-hour too. Daily, it really hasn't changed much at all, honestly, since we last discussed. There are still some bearish qualities there, and it's pretty safe to presume the price may want to come down, but we are stuck in a range here between 41,600 and roughly 43,400. Okay, so rounding up a little and down a little bit there, but those are basically the areas in which we can see some resistance. Zero support there, and of course 0.236 is a resistance for fib. So let's take a look at the back-end data and kind of see what's going on here generally, and then help understand what might be best practice in situations like this, because it's always a little different, right? And why don't we look at the last 12 hours, just kind of see where we're at. It'll probably just show that we're range bound with some support and resistance based on liquidation levels above and below us. There's a lot more liquidation below at 42,000. Would make more sense for the price to go down than up at this point, considering I have a lot more liquidation close to the price action. That's generally the concept here. If you see liquidation really close to where the price is at currently, it does lead me to believe that those levels will be swept again, just because whales are whales, and they have a tendency of just having fun with destroying people's lives in their accounts. I'm being sarcastic, but there's some truth in that too, right? Anyways, okay, that's kind of where we're at, and I'm sorry to make light of it. Of course, I know it sucks if you're stuck in that, but if you use good position sizing, good leverage, basically low leverage, low position sizing, you're gonna probably be a little bit safer for the most part. Okay, so please be careful using too much leverage at this point. The market's kind of at a weird place. Okay, so all that having been said, if you want to become a better trader, jumping over to cryptocash.tech, link down below, of course, for that. If you're curious, I do have a trading university that's helped a lot of folks get back on track. And of course, our community is really nice and the signals are honestly pretty good. But the truth is we haven't had a ton of signals here lately just because the market's been so funky. So if you're watching this and you're part of the community, wondering where they're at, well, I try not to overtrade, and I got a lot of traders underneath me. I like to make sure we have confirmation. And when the market dumps in one direction or the other, confirmation takes a little bit longer to get. Okay, so just please understand patience is key in situations like this. I know Tom, Dick, and Harry online is posting how amazing they are with their trades, and I know you want something similar, but trust me, amazing comes with time. Okay, all right, so take a look at the daily here. We can see a pretty significant fair value gap upwards here of between 43,500 and 45.7. Okay, so again, that's right there at that resistance level though. So again, 43,300 or 43.4 roughly is a key level of resistance until we can break back above that and basically close above the cloud. We won't have any chance to be able to recover that. For the most part too, we're rejecting off the 50-day SMA, and the 20 is traveling behind. So we're still on the bearish side of things here. This isn't full on bearish, but it is definitely something to kind of recognize. We could also look here at the stochastic RSI, and we can see it's trying to swing up but hasn't yet already. It's going to take a little while. Today being a holiday, I wouldn't expect a tremendous amount. We can see Asian markets change things up later today potentially, but at this point I would expect the range bound activity to continue until it breaks free from that. Furthermore, we can see RSI is under 50, money flow index over 50. That's a good thing, but not really a great thing. Good that the money flow is still there, but not great that the RSI is tapering off so hard. Traditional MACD, of course, diverging pretty significant. So there's literally nothing here on the daily that's like, wow, this is awesome. I want to trade this. Okay, so again, and when I say that, I just mean like, up or down, either way, honestly. Because I know people are like, oh, let's just go ahead and short down to 39. It's safe to say that could happen. I would say I'm leaning more towards that being a reality. But once more, you never truly know, and carrying shorts carry inherently a lot more risk than longs. So just please be careful if you're shorting. I prefer to wait for a better dip, so to speak, or a better buying opportunity, instead of just kind of always trying to short to my destination. Taking a look at the MACD, we are slowly converging here. It's not very strong at all, but letting us know a slight shift in momentum. RSI and money flow index are pretty low. Not a great sign, and stochastic is swinging down. So really just a lot of reasons why not ideal conditions to consider trading this coin unless you're going to just kind of trade within the range that it's in right now. I would potentially consider a dip at about 41,600, see if I can take a long up to the 43K range. That's basically how I would treat this here. As we can see here, we got the 20-day SMA working its way down. Until we get back up above that would really be, it's not ideal conditions for a long position. Got a lot of liquidity that needs to be swept down a little bit lower here, but majority of it has already. So honestly, there's not too much to really say there. If we look at the hourly, we can confirm here that we're still under the cloud. And until we close above, we are going to be in a pretty terrible situation. Again, I'm not trying to make make it worse than it is. It's not like this is the end of the world per se. I've been able to buy a lot in the lower 42K range, and I'm happy about that. Okay, I felt like a little bit of FOMO in the upper 40s when I couldn't get to average my position down. So look at this as an opportunity to be able to average your Bitcoin spot back down a little bit if you are doing that. If you're not, yeah, I think you might want to reconsider things, because there's going to be a time when 40,000 is not going to be, it's going to be a thing of the past, and I don't think we're ever going to see 40,000 again once we start breaking our all-time highs. Either way, conversation for another day, but for right now, when we look at the cloud or below the cloud, conversion line is above the baseline, but it's dwindling, so to speak, because lagging span is not going to be free and clear here soon. So unless the price could shoot up like this, we're not going to be in a position where the price action is going to be like, okay, this is awesome, I want to trade this as long. Okay. Truth is, even if we're above the cloud here, we don't have a lot of other confirming factors letting us know to take a long position, so it's not really the most ideal. Again, the price comes down here, it might be a consideration to buy that dip just because it's hitting that lower support level range, and we're you might experience a recovery up to that 43K range. Again, this is range bound, and for the moment until it changes, we kind of presume it's going to hold its range. It's really how it boils down to. So however you want to arrange this is up to you, but the truth is it's not ideal trading conditions, and Bitcoin's not looking fantastic. One thing I also want to look at would be, what was it? Is the daily here? There's a couple of arguments too that we are retesting this resistance level here, and with such an aggressive doji candle over on this side, in fact it's probably easier to see on the weekly, we can see this this aggressive doji candle here. It's not really all that ideal. So even though we came up to 49K, literally within that one full week, we could not close above 44,400. Sorry, 44,100. Let's just say 44,000 even. So 44K is a pretty strong resistance level. And if we take a look at the previous week close here, this could be the beginning of a pretty significant cup and handle pattern. Okay. So just kind of throwing it out there, there's a chance we could see a bounce off this most recent support level here for this guy. So again, it could look something like this here as a potential reality moving forward. Again, that would put us in the 38 to 39K range, which again, not the worst thing ever if that were to happen. That would fill our CMA gap. That would give us the leg down enough to be able to warrant the next leg up significantly. Okay, because again, if we don't pull back at all, the next leg up may not be quite as significant as it should be without that consolidation, that retracement phase. Okay, so I honestly welcome 39, 38,000. I think that'd be wonderful to be able to average into that level. I'm going to go pretty heavy in the upper 30 range, honestly, if we were to see that. So either way, it's kind of what we're looking at there. What are your thoughts? Let me know. Comment below. I'd love to hear it. Make sure if you haven't already registered for a Bitunix trading competition. It started today. In fact, it's already off into the races here. We can see some traders are getting things going here so far. So a lot of trading volume coming through here. Either way you look at it, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, concerns, just reach out. Link down below for everything, and I'll be happy to work with you. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. Take care.